Welcome, respected friends, for our morning session of studying our Upanishad and also our other sadhanas. Vedic chanting is our sadhana morning class. So too, our common sense thought is our sadhana morning class. So too, our mantrocharana is our morning sadhana. Then our sankalpa and prarthanas. So too, our Upanishad mantra ucharana and then Upanishad adhyanam. All this we are doing to invoke the Krupa of Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, so that our Loka Sevaka Adi Vyaktitvas are mastered and made beautiful, so that our spiritual journey becomes assured and quicker too. Upanishad Shwethashwathara, fifth chapter, the last mantra, most beautiful. Steadily we are studying it. In that, the Brahma Swarupa Lakshanas are told, and we are told to realize that Brahman as ourself. Isn't it? How many times we have to listen to this? That it is registered, that it is contemplated upon, that its glory is understood, and that it is accepted, and that we take it up as our mission and the only mission of the life, that we continue and that we reach it out. Till that happens, the only thing which makes it happen is our regular Shravana. And that's why we have to do that Shravana. Yes, friends, in our Vedic chanting today, let us invoke Mother Medha Saraswati, asking her to bless us with the Adhyatmika Medha Sampada. That may we listen, remember all the Tattva Jnana, Shastra Jnana. Start. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणं मेधासूक्तं तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकं चतुर्थः प्रपाठकः तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकं चतुर्थः दशमप्रपाठकः अथ एकचत्वारिंशत् अनुवाकादारभ्य ॐ यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ओम शांति 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 ओम मेधा देवी जुषमाणा न आगात् विश्वाची भद्रासु मनस्य माना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम विदथे सुवीराः त्वया जुष्टऋषिर्भवति देवी त्वया ब्रह्मा गतश्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वद्रविणो न मेधे मेधां म इन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभावा धत्तां पुष्करस्रजा अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु चयन् मनः दैवीं मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधा सुरभिर्जुषतागस्वाहा आमां मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगति जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सामां मेधा सुप्रतीकाजुषन्ताम् मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो दधातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो दधातु ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः wonderful elevate oneself every day with this type of Veda mantra ucharana. Always find by one's own effort oneself in the divine mode itself. Friends, in our today's common sense thought also is the same simple thing. 4 5 points. First one is what? Very simple. At least one sadhana start doing. At least one sadhana start doing and keep on doing with commitment. Come what may, mm, even if I die, let me, but I will not give up that sadhana. Whatever it is, smaller, bigger, whichever, please believe it that that alone saves us. At least one sadhana. It can be japa, it can be puja, it can be namasmarana, it can be stotra patana. See, you are doing this. It can be the attending to the satsangas from someone whom you know it, or whose talks you can tune to, or study yourself continuously a book. At least one sadhana every day should happen. One taken up, and that should be there every day. Not one of these things every day. आज एक किया कल एक किया परसों एक किया नहीं. At least one of them regular. Point one. Point two. When we can get hold on doing one sadhana, then imagine, understand, accept that two also we can do, three also we can do, four also we can do, all also we can do. That inner clarity, confidence we have to gain, starting with one. If we never start even with one, we can never go to the two, three, four, five. And many sadhanas are required for our all round and quick and assured development or growth or evolution in our spirituality. Therefore, do one sadhana. When one can be done, one can do two, one can do three. That willingness, that thinking about how to manage to add second sadhana, third sadhana, you know, when we do, we will find the ways, we will find the means. And as we grow in age and finish off our outer duties, outer responsibilities, and if you are wise enough not to take up those things which take us away from the Lord, which make us get lost in samsara, and if we have to be wise for that. It's not accidental. We have to be wise. If that's the case, surely we will have plenty of occasions or plenty of time, plenty of conveniences, undoubtedly, to add more and more sadhanas. Isn't it? In fact, we can be so clear in our maturity, understanding, to choose too many sadhanas and then convince all people around us. In the sense, whom we think we are obliged to, or to whom we think we have lots of duties to do. Many of them are thoughts only. And if we are genuine, serious, sincere in our sadhana, People won't mind. Added to that, when we don't bother them, when we don't trouble them, when we don't insist or when we don't depend on them, लोग कहते हैं ठीक है आप बैठो. It's so beautiful. Life is so beautiful. The nature is so good. The people around are very divine, except one or two, and that too, except if our prarabdha is worst. And the entire Rishi Guru Parampara are always there to help us, guide us. Prabhu ki kripa. Halaki, it is there for everything, but more for the sadhaka, for his sadhana. Everything is convenient. What is not convenient is our own willingness, our own readiness, our own preparedness. If we can bring these things, we can see things start falling in right place. Even if sometimes in the immediate time things may not be convenient, but when we persistently do, when we are consistent, all the inconveniences which cannot last for long, they'll go away. Things will be convenient. For some of you, this morning class. Earlier, there might be some inconveniences, problems. अब you have decided morning 10 से पहले हमारे एक दो क्लास होंगे, we will attend them. So now nobody to trouble, nobody to bother. We just will involve in it. Except when some strong prarabdha or other duties are there. Otherwise, where is the inconvenience? So too, some of you might have taken up your early morning Japanushtana. Chalo 20 minute, आधा घंटा. So in the beginning, it was confusing. It was with so much of difficulties and struggles. But करते जाए तो हो गया, हो रहा है अभी. So the first thought is take up and be committed to do one sadhana. Second point is if one we can do, then do two, three, four, as many as required. Now the third point is what? When I am doing one sadhana, let me do that one sadhana very perfectly with all the knowledge of what for it is done and how it has to be done with minimum obstacles and failures. जब एक साधना कर ही रहे हो तो एक साधना को बहुत अच्छी तरह से करो परफेक्टली ट्राई फॉर दैट it should not be vague, it should not be mechanical, it should not be half-hazard, it should not be half-hearted. Now perfectly try to do one. This is a big subject. This can be elaborated in a plenty manner. ठीक है when एक परफेक्टली अच्छी तरह कर सकते हैं देन बहुत सारे पर्टिकुलर सारे साधनाएं भी परफेक्टली कर सकते. So from doing nothing to one sadhana, from one sadhana to many sadhanas. Two steps. Third step, among those, one sadhana I am doing perfectly. With all discipline, with all the vidhi vidhana. When one is achieved, then the other also let me try to do them perfect. Because doing and doing perfectly, these two are necessary for assured successes. Okay? Yeah? Now, 4 points are told. Do one, do many. Do one sadhana perfectly, then do all of them perfectly. 4. Fifth one is what? All these sadhanas effect cumulatively should make our being a spiritual so natural, so effortless that not only these sadhanas have given us the ultimate result, thereafter we are continuing to do these sadhanas as our offering to the Lord, as our offering to the whole universe. Understood like I am doing japa. The result of japa of Bhagavad Anubhuti I got. Still I am continuing it as my offering to the Lord. No more anything for me because I have achieved that. And this japa I am offering for the universal peace, for the universal integration, for the universal spiritual evolution, etc. See that? Imagine if more and more of us are of this type of thinking, in this manner to become a contributor to the positive divine vibrations subtle of the world. How wonderful the world will be. Just like in this world, the few who are thinking about the economic development, the health, the hygiene, the science, there are already the great rishis who think about the subtle purities, subtle evolutions. And they are working day in and day out. And that work is more nobler, higher, subtler, greater than the outer grass, which is also required. So we can enter into that zone that silently wherever I am, I'm just contributing to the sublime, subtle requirements of this world. I'm just entering into the hearts of all, with my sankalpa, with my prarthana, with my, that good positive intentions, attitudes, and trying to remove those pains, remove those inefficiencies, insufficiencies, those ignorances, those delusions, like the Ranti Deva has asked, Oh Lord, bless me to be in the heart of everyone. Then the Lord asked, I am there anyway, why are you again? Then Ranti Devi said, You are there, still people are miserable. There's no use of you being there. Then what will you do? I'll be there in the heart of all. I will take their misery of all jivas. I will take their misery and let them be free from all the dukkha. Raja Rantideva, such great stories are there of our great rishis, hundreds and thousands spread out in all Puranas, which we don't study, therefore we don't know. Therefore we are not inspired to. Now you listen to this, like this class we are doing. Let us do it so perfectly that it yields its result of Paramatma Anubhuti so soon. All sadhana's goal is only one for you and I, Paramatma Prapti. There is no second goal. We have achieved it and we are continuing the class like Puja Gurudev and all. They studied from their masters, they did their due sadhanas, they entered into that experience. Throughout life, they went on doing this service. The world requires such type of selfless people who have already reached the ultimate to support, to guide, to give all the required inspirations, encouragements. We can, in fact, aim at that highest level and we can reach to. Or the other aspect of it is what? Not thinking of any one of these, continuing the routine life of non thinking, the routine life of same catering to the needs of body and senses, and frustrated at the mind level and bankrupt at the intellectual level. दिमाग में ना ज्ञान है ना इंस्पिरेशन है मन में निरंतर regrets, guilts and frustrations are there and the whole day is spent in propitiating the demands of the senses and the demands of the body. That's what every ordinary uneducated non-spiritual samsari does it. आपको ऐसे ही करना है तो what can we do? The tathastu devatas are forced to say tathastu even for that. What can they do? But if you do the other way around, like we thought just now, आज से ही 17 October 2025, let me start this sadhana and I will not give up till I die. That's it. Don't keep lesser targets. मैं स्वामी जी 2 दिन के लिए करता हूँ फिर छोड़ दूंगा. Then definitely you will live even if it is convenient to do because you made that wrong sankalp. If you take this one till I die, every day the Lord will give conveniences for you to do sadhana. Like I do this. Till the last moment, I'll do my everyday classes. होता ही रहेगा अभी. So that way, one sadhana, many sadhanas. One sadhana perfectly, all sadhanas perfectly. Through them, reaching the ultimate goal, the fifth point. Then continue doing these things to cater to the needs of people, subtle spiritual needs. To begin with, in the outer way, like the satsang and organizing things. Later on, in a sublime way. Sublime in this way. We can send all these thoughts, powerful vibrations, powerful. You know, let the people in my town today have all the noble thoughts of being united with whomever they meet whole day. I've sent this thought, it will have its effect. The more deep I am in, intense I am in, my sankalpa and my prayer, its effect will be so powerful. That's how the rishis munis are, by their thoughts, protecting this world. Today, in spite of you and I, we have so many of thoughts whose consequence, whether we know or not, is destruction of the world million times. मतलब हम सबके संकल्प अगर फुलफिल होते हैं, उसके नतीजे में the whole world has to get blasted hundreds of times, because each one sankalpas are so negative, so hateful, so vengeance, isn't it? So powerful. Like the whole Iran thinks that the entire Yahudis, whatever call them, Jews, they have to perish. Everyone thinks like that. Such a powerful. If it becomes active, that would have been died all of them. So do these people think. The whole Pakistan thinks that India should get destroyed. Such powerful thoughts. Still, why that negative is not happening? Because the Rishi, the Munis, they are sending the thoughts of peace, thoughts of protection of the good, protection of positive. They are offering all their tapashakti for that, to combat those negative expressions, negative energies, negative shaktis. They're all happening in the universe. आप थोड़ा ध्यान स्थिति में जाओगे, ये सब दिखते हैं. So big subject it is. You may not understand all details, no need. This much we can understand, that outside, so to subtly, we can contribute for the positive and spiritual of the world after we ourselves reach out by all this. So in this way, for a thinker, so many things to understand. For a doer, so many things to do for himself and for the world. Okay, friends, that should be enough for the day. Now, today we will do a mantra charana. Which mantra you want to? Om Namo Narayanayo. Om Namo Narayanayo. Yeah, we will chant this mantra. What one will do? Mm. Simple one. Let us do that of Dakshinamurti Bhagavan. In that, we are asking him to give us Medha and Prajna. Okay, Medha means all abilities to remember the good things. And the Prajna is the Jnanam of that. Mainly, the Prajna always means the Brahma Jnana only. And that Brahma Jnana, the Siddhanta Jnana, it's a sadhana. I should remember it and I do it and I get the Anubhuti. And let me share it with others. O Bhagavan Gana Dakshinamurti, please bless me. That's the mantra. So simple. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Dakshina Murtaye Mahyam Medham Prajnam Prayacha Swaha. That's Swaha, what you can add to feel that, oh Lord, I am ready to give up or give everything as a price or cost for this. Swaha means offer karna. So Om means Parabrahma Tattva. Namo means salutations. Bhagavate is the Lord. Shri Dakshinamurti is the Dakshinamurti, the Parabrahma, the Adi Guru. Mahyam to me, Medham, the Medha Shakti, the intellectual all abilities and powers. Prajnam, With that, the prajna of the Paramatma Tattva, prayacha, give it to me. Swaha, for that, whatever is the price or effort or tapasya I have to do, I am ready for that. This is the mantra, that's all. Only very small one, so you can do it for 27 times. So sit straight, close the eyes, feel the presence of Bhagwan, Dakshinamurti in the heart, and then to him this mantra full of devotion and prayer. Start. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Dakshinamurtaye मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा. See, when we become more intense, deep in these sadhanas, by doing regularly, seriously, sincerely, Why will we not be blessed by the divine? Why will not those subtle experiences come to us? Definitely they'll come. But have faith, keep on doing. Wherever the information, the faith, the inspiration are kindled, created, generated, sustained, developed, be in that zone, be in that company, be in that mood. Wherever they are demoralized or degenerated or forgotten, avoid them consciously. This is how a wise person uses his wisdom truly and grows. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनाववतु ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानाम् ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधाजरधे ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति धर्म संस्थापकानां निरन्तर दिग्विजयः श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्म से बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् पारायणम् अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः in we chant from the 13th to 15th. ॐ यो देवानाम् अधिपो यस्मिन् लोका अधिश्रिताः य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम सूक्ष्मातिसूक्ष्मं कलिलस्य मध्ये विश्वस्य स्रष्टारमनेकरूपं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा शिवं शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति स एव काले भुवनस्य गोप्ता विश्वादिपः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः यस्मिन् युक्ता ब्रह्मर्षयो देवताश्च तमेवं ज्ञात्वा मृत्युपाशान् छिनत्ति. See, now our study of the Upanishad. Narayana. Fifth chapter, the last mantra, chant it once. Om Bhavagrahyamanidakyam Bhava Bhavakaram Shivam Kala Sargakaram Devam Ye Viduste Jahustanum. Chant once more. Om Bhavagrahyamanidakyam Bhava Bhavakaram Shivam कलासर्गकरं देवं ये विदुस्ते जहुस्तनुम्. Mm, yes. Mm. Yesterday, up to how many things we have seen? Bhavagrahyam. What a exhaustive, beautiful, detailed, required meaning was there, which we try to understand. In that effort only our intellects become sharper, subtler, and able to grasp very important things. भावग्राह्य ये शब्द को कान से सुन के भी छोड़ सकते हैं बिना सुन के भी छोड़ सकते और into this sentence so deeply you can involve or So through contemplation. So the Bhagavan is bhava grahyam. So bhava is you have to give value to it. Bhava is you have to pay price to it. Bhava is all the Shraddhadi Sadgunas. Bhava here it mentioned is Vishuddha Antakar. Then there, what is the Ashuddhi of Antakarana if you know? Then remove all of that, then it becomes Vishuddha. These all were explained. Second, Anidakhyam Shabdam also is so exhaustive, we have seen it. I know in the inquiry of this word, the Paramatma is beyond all limitations of anupadis, that is understood. Nida means upadi. Anidakya means he doesn't need any upadi for him to stay. Like I, the jiva, need a sharira for me to stay. नहीं तो हम कॉलेज प्रेत प्रेत कहते हैं हमको अगर हमको शरीर नहीं है. For him, he doesn't require. He is the one who gives support to all the needer in which all the jivas stay. So in this way, anidakhyam, needam, shariram, anidakyam, asharirakyam. Then third one is bhava bhavakaram. That was also very exhaustively we have seen. In this, only two things we have to understand. One, when it is said he is bhava abhava kara, the kara shabd makes us feel that he is the doer. You know, that is the way it is said for us to understand. But what it means is what? He is not the karam, the doer, but in his presence all things happen. Bhava, the creation, and the bhava, its disappearance. This is one thing to be added to what we have studied about this sentence yesterday. The other thing is what? Ki all this bhava, abhava, abhava, even though Upanishads talk about, Shruti Smriti Purana talk about, bhava means creation, abhava is dissolution. In between, the all modification. Even though they talk about these 100 times, yet they are all keeping the drishti of the shishyas in mind. The Shishyas, the disciples, the Samsarins, the initial sadhakas, they are now at that level of ignorance and delusion of seeing this world, pursuing this world, giving reality to this world, involved in this world, entangled in this world, attached to this world, experiencing this world. To them, suddenly, if it is said that this world is not there, then it will be very tough for them to digest. Then, for convenience sake, they say, "Yeah, world is not there in the world, oh Guru, you are not there because world is not there. Therefore, your class is not there. I am not coming from tomorrow." He will say. So, the straight away that ultimate sentence that Sarvam hi etad Brahma, there is nothing other than Brahman in this world, cannot be told. Though that is the ultimate goal aimed at. So then, in the initial days, therefore, the whole creation, as if from the disabled standpoint, is accepted, but our attention is drawn from the creation to the creator. Understood? Bhava bhava karam. So the drushti is neither on the bhava creation, nor on the modification, nor on the abhava dissolution. Then on whom? The one in whose presence they are all happy. चलो तुम्हारा दृष्टि है रहने दो. अब किसके कारण हो रहा है, किसके प्रेजेंस में हो रहा है, थोड़ा अपना नजर उनकी तरफ ले जाओ. That is why the process of creation is said in the Shastras. The creation is said in Shastras never to accept creation, to direct our attention toward the Creator. And when you reach to Creator and touch Him and see Him, He is never the Creator. When He is not the Creator, then where is creation? It is never there. Then what do we see? As we saw yesterday in our one of the texts, it is the Paramatma's Leela only. It is his Shakti Vilasa. That's it. He himself appearing as all this. Therefore, there is no world real to be so much get lost in. Reality alone is real. You understood? That's the meaning of Bhava Bhavakara. You know, what is happening? The one who is lost in that is samsari. In whose presence they are happening? The one who inquires that is sadhak. And the one who is in whose presence all this is happening, he is recognized. And he is recognized as my own self. He is called Siddha Purusha. From the samsari to the sadhaka to the siddha, we have to travel. So bhava abhavakaram to this sentence, Shankara Bhagavan has not given the bhashya, but we know bhava is creation, abhava is dissolution. So he has not given, I think, huh? Yes. Bhava bhavakaram. Yeah, he has not given. So it is so obvious. So every word, every time he need not repeat. In other Upanishads earlier he might have commented, he says, Va dekh lo tu. Then little lower level में, at the devotional level, जगत के level में, you can have many meanings for this. है ना? Bhava bhavakar. Simple meaning is what? It is the Lord only who gives us whatever He is giving. And He is the one who takes away everything. So sab Ishwarecha. At the devotional level. Like I have 10 friends. Bhavakaram. One day all of them left me and went away. Abhavakaram. The Lord only has done. Or sometime I had plenty of money. The other time Kangal. Bhavakaram, Abhavakaram. He only made. Sometimes I'm very happy for 1 month. Bhavakaram. Next 1 month, Abhavakaram. No happiness, only misery. है कि नहीं? भावा भाव करो. सबको जो देना है वही देते हैं, सबसे जो लेना वही लेते. जब देते हैं तो, it is his prasad. Somebody were saying yesterday, if anything comes to me, is Shiva Prasad. If anything doesn't come to me, it is Shivarpanam. Very nice. I loved it. Anything comes to me is Shiva Prasad, Lord's Prasad, Bhavakara. If anything doesn't come to me, it is Shiva Arpanam. Like you come to the class, I say Shiva Prasad. You have not come, Shiva Arpanam. my person, my drushti should be on Shiva, not who is coming, not coming. That's what we have to develop. So Bhava Bhavakaram is in this way for one person. And if you take 2, 3 persons, it is Bhavakaram. For this fellow, Bhagavan gave 5 children. Abhavakaram, the other fellow, not even one. That's what. If you see 2 jivas, किसी को भगवान ने संतरी मंत्री बनाया, किसी को बनाया नहीं, किसी को मंत्री बनाया, किसी को संतरी बनाया. भावकरम अभावक, है ना? He is just playing that play. And that's what we saw in our Tulsi Ramayana also. And it is said that Bhagavan can make a small cheetah also as a Garuda. गरुड़ को भी ब्रह्मदेव नॉट गरुड़ ए पिपीलिका you can make brahmadeva we brahmadeva also you can make a small insect. So all these you can understand bhava bhavakara. So in this, uh, first of all, the surprises that happen, which are created because of the unexpected things that happen, that is transcended. Second, all of that is by the power of the Lord, the power is recognized. Third, everything is attributed to Him, that's it. Our drishti is neither on His Shakti nor on the manifestation of its expression, Shakti ka. हमारा दृष्टि परमात्मा पे. Bhava bhava karam, in that way you can contemplate. Okay, now the next one is Shivam. Shiva means Shuddham. Shuddha means avidya tat karya vinirmuktam. To this word we gave maximum time yesterday. Shiva is Shuddha. Shuddha is in that state of being avidya tatkarya are not there. Avidya karyas in the Vedanta are kama karma, yoga are asmita, raga, dvesha, vinivesha. So anything that buddhi does, I think I am doing it. That's called asmita. Whatever gives me sukha, I am attached to it, it's called a raga. Sukhanushayi raga. Whatever gives me dukkha, I hate that, that's called dukkhanushayi dvesha. Then abhinivesha, that always the fear of death because of the identity with the body. These are all the four products of the avidya. So avidya tat karya. They are all not there in Paramatma. That's why Paramatma is defined as Klesha Karma Vipakashahi Aparamurishtaha Purusha Visheshaha Ishvaraha. In Yoga Darshanam, the Purusha, the Paramatma is defined. Here also, Shivam is equal to Shuddham, Shuddham is equal to Avidya Tatkaryadi Vivarjitam, Vinirmukta. So to Avidya, ignorance of self, Tatkarya, yesterday we filled up all these gaps very exhaustively. For your reference, listen to yesterday's class again. And the in-between gaps we have explained. And in the absence of the knowledge of the self, how the jiva bhava, how the upadhi tadatmya. So the upadhi is being limited, the sense of limitation or incompleteness. From that is generated the desire to become complete. That's called as desire genesis. And that depends on what vasanas we have or what thing is presented in front of us. That all thing put in one word is kama. Once the heart is fully with kama, one cannot be without doing karma. When the karma is done, karma phala comes. Then that karma phala either you enjoy here or the next life, depending on what karma and what phala. For that you have to take new birth. For that this body you have to live. These are all not there in Paramatma Tattva. Recognize that. That's called is Shivam. Okay. Shivam, Shuddham, Avidya Tatkaryadi Vinirmuktam. Next one what? Kalanam. है ना षोडशानाम प्राणादि नाम अंतानाम सह प्राणमसृजत इत्यादिना अथर्वण उक्तानाम सर्गकरम सो कला सर्गकरम अगेन हियर आल्सो करम है ना भावा भाव करम आल्सो वन करम देन हियर कला सर्गकरम कलाओं का सर्गन मीन्स क्रिएशन करने वाला is the creator of all the kalas which we see. What are the kalas? They are said in the Prashna Upanishad. है ना? That Sukesha Bharadwaja asked the people of the Rishi, Oh Rishi, that Rajakumara was familiar to me every time he comes. Asks so many questions, I give an answer. Once he came and asked me, Do you know the Shodasha Kala Purusha? I didn't know, so I said bluntly to him, okay, I don't know. He was surprised, taken aback. He didn't believe it. How come you be not knowing it? You know it, आप छुपा रहे हो. Then I tell, no, no, no. I am a sadhu sannyas sadhak. How can I speak lies to you? Both the things. I don't know, and if I say that I know it, that also is a lie. Isn't it? If I know it, if I say I don't know, that also is a lie. And if I don't know it and I just manipulate and tell, वो भी झूठ होता है. उससे तो I will die only. So how can I do that? So this time, just understand that I didn't know. I don't know. I told them. So he went away just like that. Now from then onwards, I have the doubt. Who is that Shodasha Kala Purusha and what are those Kalas? That's the sixth Prashna in our Prashna Upanishad by the first disciple in the list, Sukeshacha Bharadwaja. है ना सी अतएनम सुकेशा भारद्वाज पप्रच्छ भगवन् हिरण्यनाभः कौसल्यः राजपुत्रः मामुपेते तम प्रश्न अपृच्छत है ना कौशल राज्य के राजपुत्र हिरण्यनाभ मेरे पास आकर ही आस्क्ड मी व्हाट इज दैट षोडशकलम भारद्वाज पुरुषम वेत्ता डू यू नो दैट पुरुष ऑफ षोडशकलास तमहम कुमारम अब्रुवम I told the Rajkumar Hiranyanaಭ na aham imam veda I don't know him यदि अहम इमम अवेदिशम कथम तेन अवक्षम if I know him why will I refuse to tell I never did it earlier I answered all your question समूलोव एष परिशुष्यति ये अनृतम विवदति If the one who speaks untruth, all the upasana, sadhana, everything punya karma done, somewhere it gets destroyed. Why will I speak untruth to you? Tasmat na arhami anutam vaktum. Therefore I cannot speak lie. Satushnim ratamarhya parabhraja. He waited for some time, then he understood my genuine answer that I don't know. So he just sat on the ratha and went away. Tam tva pruchami kasau purusha iti. Oh Lord, now I am asking you, who is that Purusha? Tasmai Sovaj. To that disciple, Sukesha Bharadwaj and all other five, Pipaladrishi answered, Iha eva anta sharire somya sa Purushaha. In your own sharira is that Purushaha. Yasmin etaha shodasha kalaha brahmavanti. In him only all these 16 kalas are expressed. He is the creator of them, he is the expression of all of them. So Ikshan Chakre, he just visualized. कस्मिन् उत्क्रांतो भविष्यामि कस्मिन् वा प्रतिष्ठिते प्रतिष्ठास्यामि. What is that when it goes away I also go away from the sharira? What is that when it comes I also enter sharira? From that thinking of him, the Shodasha Kalas are generated one by one, one by one. First one, with this question to that question is an answer. अपने आप को ही पूछा, जिसे हम सोचते हैं ना सुबह सुबह अकेले हैं घर में, आज मैं क्या खाना बनाऊं क्या खाना, यू थिंक यूर सेल्फ नो बडी. देन सडनली यू थिंक कुछ क्या बनाए कुछ नहीं बनाएंगे, चल चावल खा लेते हैं, सूखा चावल खा लिया. यू कांट मेक लेजी फेलो. सो भगवान ऑल्सो थॉट कि व्हाट इज दैट विथ विच I am there inside the body or live of the body. Then, in that thinking of him, that struck to him, let me create something. And that is called prana. Now, this is the way, like a children are told story like that. है ना? Whether it is like a story told to a child or very serious thing told. But two important things are, because we are seeing the prana and asking question, we have to say that the prana is definitely created by the Lord. But what we want to say from our side is, the Lord is real, you focus on him. So that's of the Vedanta. So pranam asrujata, then pranat श्रद्धा दूसरा हो गया, खम तीन हो गया, वायु चार हो गया, ज्योति ही पांच हो गया, आपह सिक्स, पृथ्वी सेवन, इंद्रियम एट, मनः नाइन, अन्नम टेन, अन्नाद वीर्यम 11, तपः 12, मंत्रः 13, कर्म 14, लोका 15, लोकेशु च नाम च 16. These are the 16 kalas. Now each of them can be explained. They are there in Upanishad Bhashyam. You can study. So Shankar Bhagavan quoted, so we chanted the whole mantra. Then the Guru here continues, says, Sayatheman Adhyasanyamana Samudrayana Sabdhamura Astan Gachanti Vidyeti Dasa Navame. So, like the all rivers emerge, the origin, the ocean, so too, the one who realizes Brahman in his vision, what he sees is all these 16 kalas are merged in Brahman, like the rivers merge in Brahman. That's how the continuation of that Upanishad. But here, Kala Sarga Karam is the mantra from Shwethashwathara. The Bhashyakara explains the Pranadi Shodasha Kala are the ones which are created by that Parabrahma. We have seen the mantra and said these are the 16 things. Kalas, Sargakaram. He is the one who is the projector, creator, maintainer, dissolver of all the 16 kalas, and then these 16 kalas put together is called as the Srushti, Vyashti and Samashti. That's it. So Kala Sarga Karam is the meaning of that. Meaning of that is this. Next one is Devam. What is Devam? The Dyotanavan. It is explained many times here. Shankar Bhagavan is not explaining Prakasha Swarup. Kala Sarakaram Deva. Then what we have to do? Ye Viduhu. Whoever knows this Brahman of all these Tatastha and Sarupa Lakshanas, and how he has to be known objectively? Impossible. Aham Asmi Iti. This is the main sentence in the entire mantra bhasha. याद रखो परमात्मा को objectively, intellectually we may understand, which will never give us moksha. What gives us moksha is the experience of Paramatma, and it is experienced as subjectively Ahamasmi. I am that. That Anubhuti. Aparoksha Anubhuti it's called. Yet Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma. So ye viduhu Ahamasmi iti. Te. To them what happens? Jahuhu Parityajeyuhu Tanum Sharir. They will give up the Sharira Tadatmya while living only. Jivan Neva that came earlier, so you do the Anushanga of that. Yeah. The Te Jahustano means they will no more recognize these bodies and himself cocooned in them as Jiva. He is into that self experience in which, as it was said, Ashariram in the beginning only. Anidakyam. So Tanum Jahohu means such realized saints are no more jivas bound by Sharira and bound by the demands of Sharira and bound by the compelling force of doing the karmas for Sharira only to get again new Sharira. Therefore, he will give up Sharira means he will give up Sharira Tadatma means he will give up the demands for Sharira, identity with Sharira, no karma phala, no janma marana, no samsara. So they say Jahustanam, but we have to understand that in all its exhaustive details. Right, friends? This is of this mantra done. It is Srimad Govinda Bhagavat Puja Pada Shishya Paravamsa Parivraja Kacharya Srimad Shankara Bhagavat Pranite Shwethashwathara Upanishad Bhashya Panchamaha Adhyaya. One or two thoughts if they are there. We'll see them and then start our next chapter, sixth, in our next class. Now chant this Panchama Prashna ek bar. ओम पंचम अध्याय नॉट प्रश्न दैट आल्सो पंच अथ श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद पंचमोऽध्याय ओम द्वे अक्षरे ब्रह्म परे त्वनन्ते विद्या विद्ये नीते यत्र गूढे क्षरन्तु अविद्या हि अमृतं तु विद्या विद्या विद्ये ईशते यस्तु सोऽन्यः यो योनिं योनिमधितिष्ठत्येकः विश्वानि रूपाणि योनिश्च सर्वाः ऋषिं प्रसूतं कपिलं यस्तमग्रे ज्ञानैर्बिभर्ति जायमानं च पश्येत् एकैकं जालं बहुधा विकुर्वन् अस्मिन् क्षेत्रे संहरत्येष देवः भूयः सृष्ट्वा यतेस्तथेशः सर्वाधिपत्यं कुरुते महात्मा सर्वादिश ऊर्ध्वमदश्च तिर्यक प्रकाशेन भ्राजते यद्वनड्वान् एवं स देवो भगवान् वरेण्यः योनिस्वभावान् अधितिष्ठत्येकः यच्च स्वभावं भजते विश्वयोनिः पाच्यांश सर्वान् परिणामयेद्यः सर्वमेतद्विश्वमधितिष्ठत्येकः गुणांश्च सर्वान् विनियोजयेद्यः तद्वेदगुह्योपनिषत्सु गूढं तद्ब्रह्मा वेदते ब्रह्मयोनिं ये पूर्वं देवा ऋषेश्च तद्विदुः ते तन्मया अमृता वै बभूवुः गुणान्वयो यः फलकर्मकर्ता कृतस्य तस्यैव स च उपभोक्ता स विश्वरूपस्त्रिगुणस्त्रिवर्त्मा प्राणादिभः सञ्चरति स्वकर्मभिः अङ्गुष्ठमात्रो रवितुल्यरूपः सङ्कल्पाहङ्कारसमन्वितो यः बुद्धेर्गुणेनात्मगुणेन चैव आराग्रमात्रो हि अपरोऽपि दृष्टः बालाग्रशतभागस्य शतदा कल्पितस्य च भागो जीवस्य विज्ञेयः स चानन्त्याय कल्पते नैव स्त्री न पुमानेश न चैवायं नपुंसकः यद्यत् शरीरमादत्ते तेन तेन स रक्षते संकल्पनस्पर्शन दृष्टिमोहैर्ग्रासाम्बुवृष्ट्यात्मविवृद्धिजन्म कर्मानुगान्यनुक्रमेण देहि स्थानेषु रूपाणि अभिसम्प्रपद्यते स्थूलानि सूक्ष्माणि बहूनि चैव रूपाणि देहि स्वगुणैर्वृणोति क्रियागुणैरात्मगुणैश्च तेषां संयोगहेतुरपरोऽपि दृष्टः अनाद्यनन्तं कलिलस्य मध्ये विश्वस्य सृष्टारमनेकरूपं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञाता देवम् उच्यते सर्वभाषैः भावग्राह्यमनीडाख्यं भावाभावकरं शिवं कलासर्गकरं देवं ये विदुस्ते जहुस्तनुम्. Though this chapter is only 14 slokas, but we have spent almost at least 1 month, even little more than that. So we'll just browse through it once more if we like. If not, we'll do the chanting of sixth chapter and start studying that. Thank you, friends. Om 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 Purnamadaha पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमशिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु थैंक यू स्टडी गीता for some time welcome